Chapter 61:36. After saying that, she hurriedly added, "If you find it too hot, please give it to Mom. I will save it for you. When you and Charlie have children in the future, I will save it for my grandson to go to college." Charlie was amused when he heard this. Will he keep it for her grandson to go to college? Only Elaine could say this. If the $2 million were really given to her, she would probably spend them all before the child is conceived, let alone born. Claire also knew that her mother was absolutely unreliable when it came to money, so he said, "Mom, let me think about this matter again. My current thinking is that if the project becomes brighter in the future, I will use this money. I will not return it to Miss Fay. As long as she still needs my participation, I will follow this project to the end. But if this project cannot continue, then I will return at least half of it to her." Elaine said quickly, "At most, half of it will be returned. How about you transfer $1 million to Mom first, and I will go to the bank to buy a fixed term." Claire said, "If I keep $1 million, I want to use it to develop the company. Now I am doing it. Being young is a good time to work hard on your career. It is definitely more meaningful to invest the money in the company than to deposit it in the bank." Elaine was a little dissatisfied. "After all, you just don't believe Mom?" Claire was helpless and she said, "Mom, it's not that I don't believe you, it's that I really have my own plans for this money. When I went to the United States this time, I found that many design companies are taking the route of holding high and fighting hard, and they are trying to find ways to participate in various competitions. I have the opportunity to win awards. On the other hand, I will try my best to take on big projects to increase my visibility. The development direction is the same as that of those for advertising companies. I also want to increase the scale of the company. While expanding the staff, I will also poach a few with high salaries who are well-known in the country. A well-known designer, in this case, maybe I can take on some larger real estate projects. This money is just the first phase of startup capital." After that, she looked at Elaine and said, "If you need money, I can give you $50,000. And treat it as my pocket money to honor you. You don't have to save it for me. It's completely up to you and I won't interfere. Isn't that okay?" Elaine could give herself something after hearing this. $50,000, she suddenly smiled and said, "Okay. I think it works. My daughter is amazing and has such a strong career ambition. If you really build a well-known domestic design brand, wouldn't our family be even more powerful?" As she spoke, she couldn't help but think, my son-in-law is a famous feng shui master, and my daughter is a famous designer. Our family has 2 money printing machines, and we can make endless money. Jacob on the side did not expect Elaine to gain like this. She got $50,000. He was so itchy that he couldn't help coughing twice and said, "That's the girl, you are so powerful now, and Dad is very pleased. I wonder if I can let Dad share your experience too." Claire nodded, "Okay Dad, I will give you $50,000. Jacob smiled and said with joy, "Then I will thank my daughter in advance." Claire did not delay, she immediately took out her mobile phone and transferred $50,000 to each of their accounts. The two of them were naturally happy after receiving the money. Elaine looked at the words $50,000 deposits on the account and couldn't help but sigh. If my daughter and my good son-in-law continue to move forward, maybe our family's future will not be different from Meiching's. Jacob said awkwardly, "Why did you mention Meiching again?" Elaine quickly explained, "I don't mean anything else, but the more I think about her doing so well, the worse I feel. It's not balanced. How much money does the good son-in-law say she has? How many billions?" Charlie said casually, "A conservative estimate, $1 billion. $1 billion, Elaine murmured. 100 million is just that. 100 is 1 million, and 1 billion is 1,000. Based on the initial cost of $2 million for a project, you have to do at least 500. Charlie said quickly, Mom, don't think about this. The interest earned on other people's money in the bank is tens of millions of dollars a year. What's the comparison? As he said that, he thought about it. He would have to be a witness for Mei-Ching and Pollard's next week. If Elaine couldn't figure it out, it would not end well, so he said, Dad, Mom, you two have been working very hard during this time. Why don't you find a resort to have fun and treat it like a second honeymoon? How about you two choose a place and I will book it for you to go out? When Elaine heard this, she said happily, Okay. That's great. I haven't traveled for a while. I didn't have much chance to have fun last time in the United States. I was cheated. After that, she looked at Jacob and complained, You didn't care at all when we got married. It's okay if the wedding is not a grand event, and you didn't even take me on our honeymoon. Jacob laughed twice. You ran away with the ball at that time. Where should I take you for your honeymoon? After saying that, he quickly added, But since the good son-in-law said so, then you can choose the one you like. It's a place where I can catch up on my honeymoon. Not only did Elaine not travel for a long time, but Jacob also didn't go out to play for a long time. The last time he went to South Korea for exchange, he thought it was a trip of love and career. Unexpectedly, he was so suppressed by Pollard's halo that he couldn't open his eyes. He even lost his love in South Korea, so that trip was very difficult for him. There's absolutely nothing to be happy about. In addition, the recent news that Mei-Ching is getting married has made him really unhappy. Being able to go out for fun is definitely a good opportunity to relax and change her mood. What's more, Charlie spent money without having to pay a dime. When Elaine heard what Jacob said, she naturally yearned for it, so she asked Jacob, Where is the most fun? Jacob thought for a while and asked tentatively, Europe? Or resorts like the Maldives or Mauritius? Elaine suddenly thought of something and blurted out. Will Mei-Ching also have a honeymoon after getting married? Where are they going? Jacob said awkwardly, How would I know? Elaine thought for a while and blurted out, A woman like Mei-Ching, who likes to pretend to be artistic, will most likely find a picturesque tropical island to enjoy the natural scenery. I don't want to bump into her. When they live in the presidential suite, they will be everywhere. Private jet, I'm afraid I'll be so angry that I'm going to die abroad. Jacob said subconsciously, The world is so big, how could we meet them by chance? Elaine said seriously, As long as a person with this kind of energy can come up. Drinking cold water can stuff your teeth, and farting can bring out shit. As she said, she had an idea and said excitedly, I thought of it. Let's go to a vulgar place. As long as it's vulgar enough, we will definitely not meet Han Mei-Ching. Jacob asked her, Where is the more vulgar place? Chiang Mai, Thailand? Elaine pouted, At what age do you still go to Chiang Mai, Thailand? It's okay to be vulgar, but you can't be vulgar. You have to be rich and vulgar. After that, she said with a firm tone, If we want to go, let's go to Dubai. In a place like that where people spend a lot of money and live in extravagance, Mei-Ching will not even go there for her honeymoon. It's a good place for shopping and spending money. What is the purpose of my daughter giving me these dollars? Isn't it just to go shopping abroad? Hey, Jacob gave a thumbs up, I really agree with you. Then go to Dubai. Elaine looked at Charlie again and asked him. Good son-in-law, what do you think of Dubai? Charlie nodded, I think it's okay, then let's book Dubai. Elaine exclaimed with a hint of something in her words. Good son-in-law, what do you think of Dubai? It's just that the consumption in Dubai is not low. Charlie waved his hand and said cheerfully. Mom, don't worry, I'll take care of it. Didn't Claire give you $100,000 US? I'll give you $100,000 too.